Hello, my name is Aksh Desai and my ID is 20C020, and today I will explain you about Codechef Week 2 Assignment 1 problem, which topic name is Simple Division. So next is this is about problem statement. What after understanding the problem we will directly jump to a VS Code and we solve the problem. We understand the problem and we solve this problem into Python programming language. Okay. So now let's understand the problem statement. So given an array A of n integers and they also provided two another integers which is x and y. Now find the number of integers in the array that are both less than or equal to x and divisible by y. So what the meaning of this problem statement? So first of all, they provide us one array A which include n integers, and they also provided two another integers which is x and y. Now our problem, our problem statement is that find the number of integers in the array that are both less than or equal to x and divisible by y. So this is all about our problem statement. Another is input format, in which format user can provide the input. So the first line of the input contains an integer t denoting the number of test cases. The description of each test case follows. So obviously first line of integer is mentioning the test case. Another, the first line of each test case contains three space separated integers n, x and y. We also know that meaning n means now n means we also I will ex I also explained before. N means length of array A. I already explained, given an array A of n integers, n means length of array A. And another is x. X means there are two integers x and y, which variable name is x and y. And the another second line contains n space separated integers a1 up a2 up to an, denoting the array A. Means what are the elements in the array. So the second line contains that thing. Now output format for this problem statement, output format is for each test case output a single line containing the answer. Output contains only single line. Now I also write sample input test case as well as output. So here you can see that there are in a sample input 1 there are three line. First is in first line I write 1. Here I write 1. In second line I write 3 2 1. So 3 is what? 3 is length of array, 2 is the value of variable x, and 1 is value of variable y. And here is this array. So in array I have three elements 1 2 and 3. So now I check that in array how many elements are there, how many elements in that array which satisfies our condition. Our condition is that it our elements must be less than or equal to x. So here is uh, I write here is I write in array I have 1 2 and 3. Okay, and now I have x is equal to 2, x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 1. Okay, now I I uh, I find those elements which less than or equal to x, yani ki means which less than or equal to 2 and divisible by 1. Now in array, this is array, how many elements are less than or equal to 2? So only there are two elements 1 and 2 which is less than or equal to 2. Now in two elements 1 and 2, how many elements is divisible by y? Divisible by y means its modulo is equal to 0. यानी कि 1 modulo 1 is equal to 0 and 2 modulo 1 is equal to 0. So in our array only two elements are there which satisfy our condition. So output is example 1 are 2. Okay, output is 2. Now let's see the output. Here output is 2. Now second test case, I in first line I write 2, yeah, means I have two test cases. This is one test case and this is second test case. Now in one test case, array length of array is 5, x is 10 and y is 3. Now in array, how many elements which less than or equal to 10? So only 4, 6, 3 and 9. So in array I have 5 elements, but only the 4 elements are there which less than or equal to 10. Now in 4 elements, how many elements divisible by y? Value of y is equal to 3. So how many elements divisible by 3 means how many elements which modulo 3 is equal to 0. So 6, 3 and 9. So these 3 elements, if we modulo to 3, the answer is always 0. So in example 2, first test case output is 3. Here it is 3. And in example 2, second test case, I have length of array 1, which value is 20, value of x is 10 and value of y is 10. So in array, how many elements are less than or equal to 10? Obviously there are one element but which is not less or equal to 10. So the output is 0. Okay, so this is all our explanation, input and output, which I already covered in this slide. So this is I already write this explanation which I already covered. Now let's move to VS Code so we can easily solve this question. Okay, so I open my VS Code editor and I write name Aksh K Desai, ID 20C020 and problem statement simple division. Okay, now first of all I uh, okay, these are test cases. So first of all I write variable a which is int of input, yeah, means they ask user to enter the input. So this is test case. Okay, so I write here test case variable. Now I create one loop for I in a range a, and okay, just let me one thing. Yes, I already write here example 1 3 to 1, so I can clearly understand what they are the inputs which I ask the user to enter it. So these are the example of input, and for output test case output is 2. Okay, so I write here so I can clearly understand okay, what are the uh, what can I do, what can I say that what are the actually format structure of the problem statement. So I write here example and output. Now I can clearly understand what can I what will I do for solve the problem in programming language. Now, so first of all I create one variable which include test case. So now I create one loop for I in range a and I ask the user for enter the input. So I write this line imp is equal to list. I can simply write here input, but I don't do that. Why? Because input are multiple inputs which includes just single line. Okay, so I just write list map int input dot split. Okay, so this line helps user to enter multiple values in terminal which includes just single line. Now in input I so I another is multiple inputs just contain single line, so I write here also this line, and I change the variable name which is info1. Now I uh, I s- now I find that elements which less than or equal to x and divisible by y. So again I create one for loop for j in imp1. This is imp1. Imp1 means the actually elements in the array, the values of elements in this array. So I create one loop in array and I check if j less than or equal to imp1 of 1. Imp1, this is a variable name of array, and 1 is index which contains the value of x less than or equal to x, and j modulo imp2. So again imp1 is a variable name of array and 2 is index which contains the value of y is equal to 0. Then and then so for this I create one empty array, and if my element satisfies the condition, then I append this element in the array which variable name is ans. Okay, now I create one another empty array, ans1 is equal to here, and for each test case those elements I find successfully those elements which less than or equal to x and divisible by y, and after that I append all those elements in another array which variable name is ns1. Now after that, if I print the variable ns1, if I run this and I write in test case, so I write here 1. Another is there are 3, 2 and 1, so I write here 3, 2, 1, and second line contains array of the elements, so I write here 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So output is 0 y. um, what mistake here. Mm, for j in emp1, if j less than or equal to np1 np. Okay, sorry. I uh, this I write here a variable named imp1 which the contains actually the value of array, but here I check the value x and y which in variable enp. So I write here enp, and now after saving this file, and now I run this program again, and if I write correct value for user test case and press enter, so again they give me a empty array. Hmm. Okay. I think after each test case I find successfully those elements which is less than or equal to x and divisible by y. I append those elements in variable ans1, not ans. So now after saving this file, again I run this program and provide the correct input 3, 2, 1 and 1, 2, 3 and press enter. Then I find those elements which is less than or equal to 2 and divisible by 1. Okay, which contains x and y value. So I in output I must see the 2, but here I see these elements, but I not provide these elements. I just provide the length of those array. So now I do for I create one for loop for k in ans1, and I just print len of k. Why len of k? Because in variable ns1 there are nested array in array. That's why. So now after saving this file, if I run this program again, and if I provide this example 2 values 2 5 10 3 2 5 10 3 4 6 12 3 9 4 6 12 3 9 1 10 10 and 20 1 10 10 and 20. So the output is 3 and 0 of example 2. So now I press enter, and the output I successfully find 3 and 0. Oh my god. Now we 100% solved the problem statement in the I. So thank you friends, and sorry, and in this video we understand the concepts of problem statement as well as understand the test cases of each test cases, and how uh, with the help of test cases how we can find the output, solve the problem, in problem statement how we convert the problem statement into programming language. So thank you. So this is all about from my side. So thank you.